afternoon, golf fans. That's right, he's back. bmangolftti, you know where to find me. Listen, it's Black History Month, and if you're on the Facebook page, you'll see all the episodes that we're going to continue to run until the end of this week. There's some great shots and great interviews of people that were there, but this one's a little bit different, a little bit more special. This is rare. I happened to run into 4 golfers in the parking lot. As I was leaving, they were coming. A foursome of black golfers. I had to interview them. I had to. It's real quick. It's real sweet. There's 4 guys, and they just came to play golf just to have a good time. I let them know that their show would probably be up on the Black History Month for February, along with the Uneven Fairways show that we did back last year. If you're looking on the tree, it's number A12. But if you're in Facebook, they're all there for you to view. So let's sit back, watch these 4 guys with their information about golf for themselves. Good afternoon, golf fans. B-Man, that's right, bmangolftti. I'm in the parking lot with Herb. He showed up today to show off his skills. Herb, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there, thank you. Herb, again, I'm only going to ask you the same 3 questions I ask all my guests when they come on. How old was Herb when he first started playing golf?
I was 36.
36? You're a late bloomer too.
I was.
How did you start?
Was in the Air Force, and a friend, somebody who worked for me, was getting ready to go to Cuba and wanted me to go out and play with them as a way of saying goodbye.
Oh, wow. Now, why do you still play this game, Herb?
Friendship, and the fact that it's probably the most challenging thing I've ever done.
And if Herb had to give a golfer a tip, what tip would Herb give a, say, beginner or intermediate type of golfer?
Focus on short game.
Focus on the short game.
Focus on the short game.
Putting, chipping?
100 yards in.
100 yards in. Now, there's the tip, 100 yards in.
100 yards in.
Well, Herb, I appreciate you taking the time. Have a good round today, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, golf fans. That's right, bmangolftti. I'm out in the parking lot of Dunedin Country Club talking to Mr. John. John, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I want to ask you a question the same way that I do all the guests. The first question I want to ask you is, how old was John when he first started playing golf?
About 30.
About 30?
Mm-hmm.
You started a little late. You started kind of young. How old are you, 32 now?
I wish.
And as far as playing golf, what keeps you motivated to keep playing this game?
Just enjoy playing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to give a golfer a tip, what tip would John give that beginner or intermediate golfer?
Take lessons before you pick up the club.
Take lessons before you pick up. John, I appreciate your time. Thank you much.
All right.
Good afternoon, golf fans. B-Man of bmangolftti. I'm in the parking lot with Steve. He came out with a couple of his friends to take their money, I'm sure. Steve, how are you today?
I'm just wonderful.
All right, all right. Well, Steve, let me ask you the same 3 questions I ask all my guests. How old was Steve when he first started playing golf?
Probably in my late 20s.
Late 20s, not bad. And why do you still play this game then?
Because it's challenging. It's something that pushes you to challenge yourself. So golf, unlike any other sport, doesn't matter what anybody else does, you're responsible for everything you do.
There you go. Now, if you had to give a golfer a tip, what tip would you give a beginner or intermediate golfer?
Get lessons.
Get lessons.
Correct.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate your time today. I'll let you guys get out there and go hit them. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good afternoon, golf fans. B-Man, that's right, bmangolftti. I'm in the parking lot with Troy, of all men of men. Troy, I'm not going to treat you any different than I do all my guests. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. The first one is, how old was Troy when he first started playing golf?
I was about 28 years old when I first started playing golf, B-Man.
Oh, wow. And why do you still play this goofy game?
It's the fellowship with some good friends, the enjoyment of nature, and the challenge that is each shot is different than the next.
There you go. Now, if Troy gave a tip to a beginner or intermediate golfer, what tip would Troy give him?
My first tip would be to take lessons, but start on your short game first, then worry about the drive and the long stuff later.
All right, that sounds really good. Troy, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, so what'd you think? Pretty candid, soft-spoken, short, but you know what? They're there to play golf, and that's what all of these shows have been about. How people started, why they like it, still play, and if they happen to have a little tip for you, we try to grab that from them too. We've been doing that all year. So I'm glad we got through it and we got to them. And you know, like B-Man always says, putt 'em like you own 'em. Rock the baby.